Hi, and welcome to this third episode of our series in which we present Agentforce Vibes. My name is Philippe Ozil, I'm a developer advocate at Salesforce. In the previous episode, we introduced Agentforce Vibes, its components, and the Salesforce DXMCP server. In this episode, we'll explore rules and workflows. You'll learn about standard rules, we'll create a custom set of rules, and we'll finish with custom workflows. Rules allow you to ground the agent with a set of out-of-the-box and custom instructions that apply across all commands and prompts. Agentforce Vibes comes with a set of preloaded rules files that you can toggle on and off depending on your current need. All rules are defined as markdown files. They can be either global or workspace specific. You can inspect the out-of-the-box rules, but do not modify them, as they may evolve in future releases. Here, for example, these are the Apex standard rules. Let's now look at custom rules. Because not every project or organization is the same, we provide you with the ability to create your own custom rules. Here, for example, I created a custom rule that tells the agent that we only work with conventional commit messages. I made some changes to my README file, and I'm going to ask the agent to commit and push them. See how the commit message follows the convention that I requested? I didn't have to specify the format in the prompt, this was taken from my rules. Now that we've covered rules, let's take a look at workflows. Workflows let you write a series of instructions that can be triggered with a command. Workflows are then executed by the agent as a set of predictable steps. Let's take a look at an example. I've created a custom workflow here. It's a markdown file called release version, and it helps me create a release for my project on GitHub. Note that there is no standard structure or special keywords for writing workflow files. What I'm showing here is what I built and what I found worked, but different things may work well better for you. My workflow starts with a set of assumptions. I wrote these in order to ground the agent so that it would not ask me very basic and obvious questions each time that I triggered the workflow. I'm anchoring the instructions on the current repository, telling the agent that I already have the required tools, that is the Git CLI and the GitHub CLI. I'm also instructing the agent that I'm working with semantic versioning so that it knows how to handle version numbers. Then I have my instructions. At this point, I'm going to trigger the workflow so that you can see how it runs while I explain the different steps as we go. So how do we trigger a workflow? You go in /commands in the prompt dialog, and from here you have your workflows. The release version workflow matches our markdown file. Now, as I trigger it, the agent summarizes the instructions that it got from my file, and then it's going to start with the first step. It runs git status to ensure that there are no uncommitted local changes in my repository. It then moves to the second step, which is to check latest release version on my GitHub repository with the command that I wrote here. It found the latest version, 1.0.0. We then move forward and check the version in my local project by inspecting the package.json file. It found the local project version, and you can see that it matches with the GitHub release. Moving on to the next step, finding out what's the next version. Here, I have instructed the agent to ask me whether it should be a major, minor, or patch release. And you can see here that the agent is suggesting different release types with the version numbers. Let's say that this is a minor release. Next, the agent asks me for the name of the release. Let's call it Released by Agentforce Vibes. In the next step, we increase the version in our package.json file, and we commit the change when we push them. Here you can see that I haven't been very prescriptive in terms of how to apply this step. I didn't write a script to do that, the agent figures it out on its own. Finally, moving on to the last instruction of the workflow, the agent creates the release for me. In this step, I specify the exact commands so that the agent doesn't use the GitHub CLI interactive mode to save me a bit of time. One more interesting thing here is that I used GitHub Copilot to automatically generate the release notes for me so that I don't have to worry about that. Of course, I could also use Agentforce Vibes to do it, but I thought it would be interesting to mix the two of them. Now, if I go to my repository, you can see the old release that I had. And if I refresh the page, this is our new 1.1.0 release with the right name, and there's a changelog generated by Copilot. And that's it in a nutshell. That's how you can use Agentforce Vibes workflows and rules. That's it for today. You've learned about Agentforce Vibes rules and workflows. You saw how to leverage the standard out-of-the-box rules, how to create custom rules, and you also learned about the power of workflows. In the next episode, we'll talk about how to manage orgs, users, and data. Thanks for watching. I hope that you found this video useful. Make sure to like this video and to subscribe to our channel if you liked it. And see you in the next episode.